Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation. My name is Robert Larry. The marketing principle in action I'm going to be examining is the research and sales forecasting of an organization. The article that I'm going to be referencing is Peet's Coffee Brews Growth from Cloud Technology, and this was posted by Bloomberg Business. On this next slide, it is my agenda that I'm going to be going over during this presentation. I'm going to be showing you a short video first. I'm going to lead into the marketing research process, the marketing information systems, and marketing to support systems. These are both references from our book by Boone and Kurtz. I'm going to be then leading into Peet's Coffee, giving a little bit of background, going over some discussion questions, and then wrapping up with a conclusion and a reference slide.
Optimized cloud-based ERP logistics never smelled so good.
Fresh coffee means great coffee.
Peet's giant roastery in Alameda, California is optimized around technology that does more than cook the beans. A $5 million investment in new logistics software means Peet's has virtual feelers across all their global sales channels, grocery stores, online, and retail.
We're getting demand signals from many different channels all here, which centrally we then aggregate those orders.
Those real-time signals lets Peet's roast, package, and ship within 24 hours of receiving each order.
We select the beans based on the orders.
It's craft coffee.
We roast them based on the orders. We package, and then we ship it out to all these different places.
The roasting facility processes 3,000 orders a day for all channels, twice what they did 5 years ago.
We've been able to do as the business has grown is to keep up with that growth, anticipate it, and become more effective at executing our business model along the way.
This gives Peet's not only speed, but it creates the opportunity for new products like Javiva blended iced coffee and K-Cups. They now have 4% of the U.S. single-serve category.
We're able to offer far more SKUs than we ever could before.
It's tripled Peet's growth rate, adding $200 million in sales.
The key thing is really getting the orders in, making sure we deliver exactly what people are looking for, and getting to them in the freshest manner possible.
So hold your excitement now that you've seen the video. I'm going to dive into some of the book resources to actually pertain that are going to be extremely relevant to the article. And then I'll go back into Peet's Coffee and I'll dive in and get your excitement back. So let's get the boring part out of the way. So the market research process, it is a 6-step process, and this is when a company or organization must take a step back and say, okay, if we have a problem, let's do some market research and let's go through the 6-step process. The 6-step process involves defining the problem, conducting exploratory research, formulating a hypothesis, creating a research design, collecting data, and then interpreting and presenting the research information. Now, what does this actually mean? So the first step that a company wants to do is, what is the marketing problem the organization is trying to solve? Whether it be we don't have enough customers in this particular category, whether we want to introduce a new product line and we want to know how we can market it. Next, they're going to do some research. This is going to be both within and outside the firm, examining the information from secondary sources and then compiling that research, leading into a formal hypothesis. Now, this hypothesis is just a high-level overall what exactly they're trying to accomplish. What are they going to do through this research process? Then they're going to create a research design, and this is like a structure. Make sure everything stays on course, stays on path to what the marketing research process outcome actually is. Then we're going to go into collecting the actual data. This is going to be within the organization from primary research, going out into the market, checking those primary and secondary research for their specific design. Next, and lastly, is going to be interpreting. This is when they get the information to the big decision makers of the company. Who's making the decisions for the marketing department? This is when the information from the market research process is actually presented to them. In this next slide, I'm just gonna briefly talk about the marketing information systems and marketing decision support systems. These marketing information systems is designed to provide decision makers with a continuous flow of information relevant to their areas of responsibility. It's considered to be a central nerve center of an organization, specifically for marketing data and issues. Data can be stored and used later, and it is a plan-based computer system. These systems are highly powerful. So what's an MDSS? A marketing decision support system. This is going to be an MIS, a marketing information system, plus more. It is a component that links decision makers with relevant databases and tools, allows managers to explore and connect data with the state of the market. The four main characteristics of MDSSs are that they are interactive, investigative, flexible, and accessible. And on top of that, the most powerful use of an MDSS is the fact that they can create marketing simulations or illustrate changes in marketing strategies or certain market conditions. So Peet's Coffee. Let's get to the good stuff here. So we saw the video. What does it have to do with the marketing principle and action of the research and sales forecasting? So as you've seen from the video, they've implemented a $5 million solution. Now what the video doesn't tell you is what that solution is. The solution that they used is called Microsoft Dynamics AX. It is an ERP system. Now what does an ERP system have to do with a marketing? It doesn't sound like it at first, right? But their business model fits perfectly with this ERP system because the goal of Peet's Coffee and Tea is to serve the freshest coffee. That involves all of the moving parts of Peet's Coffee to be relatively in sync almost all the time. Because, like I said, they want to get the best coffee out to those online and retail stores of Peet's Coffee and in the grocery store. So their marketing research process, how it pertains to Peet's, is because before this ERP system was implemented, Peet's had an issue and they wanted to know how they can introduce new products to the market and what people were buying, when they were buying them, etc., etc. So they conducted the internal company and consulted with Junction Solutions, a company that optimized their cloud-based ERP system, and that's where they purchased it with $5 million. The hypothesis was, will Peet's Coffee see a return from a single MIS solution that would solve both their marketing and production goals? Then they went into collecting data, all gathered from inside the organization. At what points of the business do we need to track and to target? This system was implemented in 2011. Now, Microsoft Dynamics AX, their MIS system, it can be considered an MIS system. It involves sampling and data mining of all Peet's Coffee's customers. Again, let me reiterate, this is from online, in-store, and grocery stores. This system has its hands everywhere. It has the ability, Peet's Coffee has the ability to pack and ship within 24 hours based on their customers' behavior. Although it may seem like it's simple logistics software, but it directly coincides with their marketing efforts to which they can introduce new product lines now that they know their consumers' behavior. It is a great use of data mining. So the discussion questions. Should Peet's Coffee and Tea implement an MDSS solution that could potentially drill down data analysis from their current ERP system? Also, do you believe this model is easy to adopt, more specifically within the coffee industry, with technology becoming cheaper? In conclusion, Peet's Coffee and Teas uses Microsoft Dynamics AX cloud technology to run their operations and roll over the data mined into their marketing operations. MIS and MDSS implementation in an organization can equate to big success if used correctly, as seen with Pete's and coffee and tea in this presentation. Like I said before, you heard it in the video. They got a $200 million return on a $5 million investment. I can't stress technology enough. I can't stress marketing efforts coinciding with business operations. All these moving parts need to be in sync. And lastly, this is just a slide just to reference all the resources that I used. The Bloomberg article and video, our book for the class textbook from Boone and Kurtz, Contemporary Marketing, and the supplemental links used with a video with the chief operating officer of Pete's Tea when they first purchased the customized cloud-based solution, and a PDF from a Pete's case study in 2010 when they were thinking of adopting the solution. Thank you, everyone, for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.